Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Frank. This is another episode of Productivity at Work. And today, this one is going to be a short one because we are going to talk about how to protect the document. So, why is this so important? I'm going to mention just one of the many reasons. Most of the time, whenever people who are seeking for jobs, they send their resume on a doc X or document format, and basically whoever receives the document format can get into the document and actually edit the document and work with it. So that's one example. Another example could be if you guys are working with a group and are not working in a collaboration with a shared document, then it may happen that some things may be altered and you may not want to do that, or sometimes you want to create a form and you want them to be able to edit just specific parts but not all. So today that's what we're going to cover. So we're going to cover how we can secure a document, how we can protect it using some of the features built into Microsoft Word. This one in particular is gonna work for Microsoft Word, but it may also work for Excel and PowerPoint. There you have different variations of it due to the nature of the software. But anyhow, this is just one of the. This is just one way. Today I'm gonna be talking only about Word. So eventually we're gonna start working with Excel. We're gonna start working with PowerPoint, and we're eventually gonna get there. For now, we're just going to try to focus on Microsoft Word and just kind of go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump onto Word and jump into my screen so that we can start looking at it. So this is again my blank page. So because it is a training, I will not spend too much time on creating content. So I'm gonna just do something very basic and kind of revisit some of the things that we did before, like like the headings, maybe the table format. Some of these things I will not do a lot with references, or I mean probably not. Um, with this, I'm gonna go ahead and actually answer a question. Is this a script? No, it is not a script. So I'm actually live in it, and I'm actually reacting as I encounter whatever I'm encountering there. So it is live. So it's not a pre-recorded. There's no script for it. I don't really have a script right now for it. I just like to flow this way. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. So right, this is my document. So I'm gonna put a title to it, and this title, let me go ahead and format it. My title, I don't want it to be altered. So that's one of the things I'm gonna protect. But then I may want somebody um, to maybe be able to fill out something in the form. So I'm going to go ahead and add here a field. I'm just gonna do it this way. I mean, you know what? Let's stick to what we have done so far, so then that way we can keep our continuity of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert a table. So then this way we know it's gonna be um, formatted correctly. So taking a little bit there. Perfect. Here I am. So let's go ahead and add here 1 and 2. And I'm gonna just drag this to the left of the document, and then I'm gonna go ahead and maybe put their first name, and this is it. So there are different ways to protect the document. I can protect the document so that nobody can edit the document, nobody can alter it. which it'll be ideal for documents that are going to be shared, like resume. And then I can protect the document, so some of the things can be edited, but not everything, right? So for that, I'm gonna go to review, to the review tab. Right, so right there on review, I can just go here and where it says restrict editing. So I mean, there are some other options when it comes to an enterprise level, which by the way, if you're looking to learn about it from an enterprise level, just make sure you go to our fan page on Facebook, and you can definitely go there. We have an event. It's going to be hosted on June, which we're going to be talking about Word from the enterprise perspective. We're going to be doing a few things there, like live collaboration and some other topics. So it's gonna be close to 4 hours webinar. So we're looking forward to see some of you there. We're gonna do really good things. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this, and there we can see a pane on the right of my screen. So that right there, or pane or panel or however, I mean, there are many ways to name this. So we can put formatting restrictions. We can just edit put an edit restriction, so nobody can edit the entire document, right? So like I said, it's gonna be a really short video because I'm gonna just show this. This is pretty much self-explanatory, but it's something that most of the people don't know they can do. So whenever you're gonna distribute a resume, you will go this route. You're gonna select this one, and then in here in the exceptions. So since this computer it's with MWPR development system. So I mean, like I said, the format for enterprise is a little bit different, but I'm gonna go ahead and maybe put my name there. And if I want to add somebody, I can. I'm not gonna do it right now because really I don't want to do that. But there you go. So I added this, which will allow me to be able to make some edits. All right. So I just select this, and last but not least, yes. In here is where you're gonna confirm it and hit OK. Yes. Start enforcing the protection now. Right. And boom. So that what it's gonna do is that basically if the user who's working with it and it's not me, or is not the one listed there, will not be able to edit it, which is what we want. We're trying to protect our documents, all right? So there's one way to do it. There's a total protection on it, so they cannot edit it. They can see the document, but they cannot edit the document, right? Now, is there a way to prevent people from looking at the document? Yes, and we may look into it on another video later, or actually it's one of the things that I'm gonna bring. We're gonna be bringing on our webinar, so please don't miss that. Anyway, there we go. So I just hit just start enforcing protection. I have to save the document, so I have to put a name on it. This is a demo, so I'm not gonna put a name on the document and save it. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and that's it. Now, I'm in here. That's one way to do it. So this way, you're gonna enforce it, and basically, only this person can access it, or only the people you select can do it. If your enterprise have certain groups, then you can do that. You can select just a specific group. if you want anybody who everyone to be able to do it with the password, I'm sorry, with the password, then yes, it is possible you can do that. Now, keep in mind that anybody who has the password will be able to edit your document, right? Um, so if I'm gonna send a resume, I'm just gonna select allow only this type of editing, and then in here in the drop down, it's no changes, read only, and yes. And then I'm gonna skip all this, and I'm gonna go straight to step number 3. Yes, start enforcing protection. That's how I protect the resume. It'll go as a read-only file, and it will not be as a partial read and partial edit file. Now, is it possible to do a partial read or partial edit? Absolutely. Let's go over that. So, I'm a lot. All right. So here I am, and then in here, um, filling filling in forms. So if you make this change, Word will ignore all the exceptions in this document. That's fine, because the exception, in this case, do you want to remove the ignored exceptions? Yes. Let's remove the exceptions, because now it will be filling a form. And then limit formatting. This is only if you want them to not be able to do certain things. So this is actually is a little bit deep to what it may look. So in here you go and you select what things you don't want the people to do as far as format. In my case, I'm not gonna go with the format. I'm just going to select fill in form, and then in here I have a filling forms, and yes, start enforcing, and that's where I put a password on it, and etc. All right. So now, let's say allow only this type of. So let's say in here, I want them to be able to type in here, but not here, which is what we're going to be do, which is what we want. Then formatting to a limited selection of styles. So in here, I don't want them to change my theme. I don't want them to go with the quick style set switching. And I can actually just go with the recommended minimum, which is one of the things we can do. But in this case, this is a title, so it's going to be in here. So I don't want them to change the title. Title. I don't want them to be able to check the title, so the title will not be allowed. And because in here is going to show you only the things, if you check styles are currently allowed. So whatever has the check mark is allowed. You can actually go there and format it. So you have to just get in there and limit it. So you can just hit recommended minimum. It'll just go with the recommended minimums. But again, in my case, Formatting restrictions, I don't want them to change the title. So I am going to I don't want them to change that, so I'm going to actually limit that. So I'll just go through the list and limit it. Right, almost getting there. Title. I don't want them to change my title. Don't want them to touch it. Perfect. Okay, and then in here, I don't want them to be able to work with this specific field. So in here, same thing. I'm gonna limit that. So this one is a little bit tricky. Usually with tables is not as easy. So this is formatting. Okay, so the plain table is already here, not selected. So yeah, they will not be able to edit there. And then, like I said, this one right here, then I want them to be able to edit. So with this one, let me go through it really quick. Let me actually change a few things. I'm not gonna work with format right now. Let me just start the force into protection. So then that way, okay, so as you can see here, I'm trying to delete this. You see, I moved to the very end, and it won't even let me do anything there. So I started my protection right now. So see, now, like I said, I have to really get in and start enabling things here. So I'm gonna stop the protection really quick. There's a password for that, which is the one I just set. And then I'm gonna remove that actually, and so as you can see, I'm trying to delete it. It will not do it. So see, it is completely blocked, which is basically what we want for our resume. Now I'm trying to go with the form. So that's the resume. I'm trying to edit, and there's no way I can edit it. Getting actually a little bit short with the time here, so I'm gonna probably do a second one to show this other option. So it'll be protect document part 2. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna wrap up. Gonna just get in here. This one's a little bit more advanced. So since like I said, the time is kind of I'm trying to keep this in the 20 to 25 minutes mark, so I'm gonna probably actually stop. Anyway, let's go with this other one then. So like I said, this is where you can just restrict the whole thing and just no changes, period. But then, I really want to show you the other one. Insert the text box, because I did it the wrong way actually. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, it's a text box. Here's a text box what we actually needed. So I'm gonna just go with a simple text box. Boom, there it is. So my text box, yeah, I did it the wrong way. So we're actually not gonna use a table, but we have to add a text box here. All right, and then now, if we go with filling a form, with filling in forms, yes, let's set this up. You can see also there is something that's called it says user authentication, which it's something you mainly are gonna use on an enterprise level, not in this one, but in here you can actually, right in here is where you actually have to get there and start allowing things. So I'm gonna go with the form on. I'm gonna actually do a second version because, like I said, the time is kind of it's getting on me. So anyhow, let's focus on that one way. So we are going to, whenever we want to send a resume out that we don't want anybody to be able to edit it, then we are going to select the option that says no changes. And on the exceptions, I'm not going to mess with it because since I'm the author of the document, I just know the password. I can just use the password, right? So perfect. So okay, so this is actually what I was looking before. So find next region I can edit. There's no other region I can edit. So this is actually what I was looking before. But anyway, I already did the restriction on the entitled document. So I don't want to really. Let me see if I can spare a few more minutes here with you guys. Trying to do this. And let me see if I can format it. This is also a really good way for teachers who wants to create a test in Word and send it out. Then they can do it this way too. So in here, filling in forms, and then let's see what else I have to do here. It's been a while since the last time I did this, so it's taking me a little bit longer than normal. Because strict headed, filling in forms, styles and formatting. Okay, this is styles, man. Most of it is just styles. Gonna select all. So that is a text box. Let me see if I can. Well, all right. So, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get into that one later because, like I said, I'm trying to keep this on a limit. So it's something that I can definitely work out later. But yeah, in here, uh, yeah, that's how you can protect the entire document. So like I said, once you get your resume or your homework ready to be sent out, then you can just restrict edit and just send it out. Why it's so important to do this? Most of the people there are many people out there that they are very honest, but I've encountered a lot of things. I've seen a lot of different behaviors, and then I have to I have to expect I have to prepare for the worst, expecting the best. So if I go somewhere I want to make sure that I want to know that I can trust that person, and I know that there's nothing that will be done that is not good. But at the same time, we know that things happen. So yeah, that's why it's so important to protect your files and make sure that we don't get anybody working with your files if you don't want them to do it. All right. So if you guys are looking forward to learn more and more about it, just feel free to reach out to us. Um, our website is www.mwprdev.com. Again, www.mwprdev.com. Our phone number 817-MWPRDEV. That's 697-7338. And our email, the main email is admin@mwprdev.com. Admin@mwprdev.com. So you can definitely see us there, and keep an eye on our Facebook, keep an eye on our posts, because we're gonna be hosting this event on how to use Word, and we're gonna be doing a lot there. So that is where we are going to actually dive deeper into it. So we're gonna learn from there. We're gonna learn there how to work with a team, how to share and put documents. Put comments on documents, and kind of keep this cool teamwork, collaboration environment. So we're gonna be talking about it on that webinar. The webinar is actually meant to be a educational one. So that's why, if you are part of the system of education, you can be a student, you can be a teacher, um, or if there's a group, and let's say you work at this school, where the director, you think the director could benefit of it. We have a special discount for you guys. So non-profit organization too. So whoever's not non-profit, it's a group, has to be a group, and then non-profit and education. Then we have for you guys special deal, so you can actually get this. You can get to be in this event only for $25. So you pay $25 and you get your ticket and you're in. Like I said, it's designed for, this price is designed for groups of education and nonprofit. So the regular price is gonna range between 45 and 70. It'll depend. So a single person is $70. For groups, then we have small groups that has one price, and then we have large groups which they will get a discount too. So there are discounts depending on the size of the group. So anyway, it'll be a really good one. Q&A, live Q&A. So we're gonna be answering a lot of things at the moment. It's gonna be very very good, very interactive. We're talking about around 4 hours of webinar, just diving into Word and working with Word, right? So it's going to be a really huge one. It's the first part of it, so we don't know if there's going to be a second part or not. There's the first part of it, so if we're able to cover everything on the first part, then we don't need the second part. So, but again, we're pretty much set to be able to split this webinar into two, right? Thank you everybody for tuning in, and see you next week.